All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to get going. Are you ready?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I said, where's your friends? I was looking forward to them.
Hey, didn't work out.
Oh,
These things happen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to start with the with the DigiSys and the DigiWorld show that is coming on here at KUAW Radio. Without any further ado, here is Miss Ina Montgomery. Or she was there.
yeah. I'm here. Can you hear me?
There you are. Okay, yeah, you disappeared. I'm going to take my video off. Yeah, you disappeared for a second almost there.
No, I was right here. I didn't move.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, can you hear me, Logan?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. So, hello. Welcome to another edition of DigiSys and a DigiWorld. My name is Ina Montgomery, founder and executive director of Urban Tech, where the TEC stands for Technology and Power Community. So I work to basically close the digital literacy divide for Black students in the urban core. I've been doing that for a couple of years now. I do the work, sharing technology, teaching technology, delivering technology. So that is me. And so I've been detour these last, I think, 2 sessions in light of the Black Lives Matter movement because of the murder of George Floyd. So I've talked to Superintendent Dr. Anthony Lewis, Lawrence King. Last week, we were in conversation with Dr. Larry King of the Carter Center at MU in Columbia. And so he's got a conference coming up called Teaching Black History, and it will be July 24th and 25th online. And to attend last year. It's an excellent conference, a lot of good information, and a lot of good information on how to integrate Black history in the classroom. So I thought today what I would do is talk to students or a student on the impact of the absence of Black history being taught in the school. So I have with me today Logan Bates as my guest. He is a 2020 graduate of Central High School. And tell us a little bit more about yourself, Logan. Go ahead and give us a self-introduction.
Hi, my name is Logan Bates. I'm 2020 graduate from Central. In the fall, I'll be attending the University of Arkansas Pop Club for a full tuition scholarship for instrumental music. So I'll be in the band at UHB. I play a couple of different instruments. I've been working on this Montgomery for 2 years, since my junior year. She's been to a lot of conferences, she reminded me of a lot of things. She's a very inspirational and intelligent lady. My birthday was like last week, but you know, my birthday was
That's right, happy belated. You blew it out?
just a little bit, not too much, because you know, we're still in that kind of thing, unfortunately. But that's it. Also,
Yeah, I see that Black Colleges Matter. I think you want to go. Did you get that locally?
no, I went down to a college fair in Texas in February, and I bought it. But he has his like Instagram and stuff on the bottom of his career.
Right. So I'm curious, what made you select UPB as your school of choice?
Okay, so I had a couple schools in mind. There was going to be Lincoln University in Jefferson City. Pine Bluff was an option. Another option was Talladega College. And another school I thought about attending was Kentucky State University. I decided not to go to Lincoln because it felt too close. And I know like a lot of the freshman class is going to be there. I'm going to be finishing, like, I'm going to know a lot of people there. So I wanted to get somewhere different, see something new. So I chose Pine Bluff because it's not too far from home. I've been there before. I know the campus looks like. Uh, and yeah, I just like to.
No, I'm sure already that they have a large alumni, very active association here in Kansas City.
They do. I'm learning.
You're aware of that? Okay. So, going to today's show, the impact of the lack of Black history being taught in the schools in general, K through 12. Tell me, first of all, generally about your experience of the classes that you have had in your K through 12 education that talk about Black history.
So for me, K through 12, I started off at a charter school. I started off at University Academy, and I can't say. Well, I was at University Academy for sixth grade. I didn't really start learning about Black history until third grade. So. But it seems as if at public schools they run on a scripted teaching space where like they have to teach this and that throughout the school year as part of their agenda. However, when I went to Vietnam Community Academy, their charter school, we did Black history basically all year. Like we went over regular history, Black history teacher, but he always made it about Black history again. His name was well, I had two people that focused on a lot about Black history at Vietnam. There was Mr. Johnson, and then there was Miss Joyce Smith, she's my English teacher. Mr. Johnson was the history class social studies teacher or whatever. But I feel like in public schools, it's harder to learn about Black history because they have certain things that they have to teach that they're required to for the standardized testing and that. But if you go to a charter school where the teachers have more of a say in what they teach and how they teach it, especially if it's a Black charter school like October, you're gonna get more Black history teachers. You're gonna learn more about Black history, more about Black people, because you have more control over what's being taught at a charter school.
That's interesting you would say that. Even though they might be charter, they still, did you guys take the math assessment?
We did take the math assessment.
So you're still held to the same testing for accountability as far as what you're learning in the classroom. Because you said in a public school, they say to a table when you're teaching, charter schools with a little bit more flexibility. However, charter, public, private, you're still going to take the math assessment. Don't you find that interesting?
Yeah, but the math assessment, it really doesn't have a history portion, you know? Like it has a reading portion, a math portion, and a science portion. So it makes sense that social studies, you can just teach not whatever, but you can teach just anything. Because with the math test, you're just gonna have the math part, which is like need to know stuff, and then the reading part is all about your comprehension of what you're reading. And then the science is basically reading comprehension as well. You do need to know a little bit, but yeah, it is interesting to still take math test no matter where you go. It's like standardized tests are kind of too much.
But you're saying in general, you receive more scientific education in a charter school setting as opposed to the public school setting.
Yes.
Okay. And can you talk about what you, well, I know you're an independent thinker. So do you have you pursued anything or do you independent on your own?
Oh God.
As far as what you do, as far as reading, doing your own reading, independent reading, while you're in the public system.
I do a lot of independent study because I have a lot of. I'm a big. I like to talk, like to argue. not argue, arguing to the about it, but I like to understand things. I like to talk it out, get different points of views. So I do a lot of independent study, and I also like asking kind of questions in the classroom. We have discussions in the classroom. One of my teachers at Central, Mr. Jefferson, Coach Jefferson, he was one of my favorite teachers because he let us fall down that rabbit hole for a little bit of conversation about this and that, so Black history, just history in general. His class was very, I don't know the word, but it was very Socratic. It was a Socratic kind of classroom where we talked about everything we learned. So he was just like sitting and telling us this and this, write this down. But we talked about it. He made sure that we do. So that's why he's one of my favorite teachers. But also, yeah, that's just another thing. Back to I do a lot of independent study, not just with myself but with other people. So I feel like when you talk to other people, you learn new things and you piece different things together.
So aside from your independent activity pursuit of learning more about Black history, what do you personally, how would you think that would have impacted you had you been taught more, let's say, across subjects, science, technology, engineering, or math, learning about the contributions of blacks in all those different areas? How do you think that would have possibly impacted your educational experience?
Uh, I think it would have impacted. I think it would have substantial impact because it's like it's encouraging, but not. It's encouraging because you look back at all the things that Black people have made and done that have like erased my history or just not looked at or not touched upon. It encourages me, and I feel like it encourages other people my age. They're like, wow, we did all of this. Like that's not fun. Like I learned the other week that hockey was invented by some escaped slaves in Canada, and I didn't know that. So like, so it just leaves me with that like we can really do anything when it comes to technology, when it comes to art, when it comes to like anything. Like that, I feel like it would impact me more to like have different dreams, different like aspirations. It would impact a lot of people that have different aspirations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Also, I remember when I first found out that the black man was the first cowboy because the slave owners were afraid to catch the horses. And so they sent the black men slaves out and that was no saddle, no nothing. It was bareback to go out and catch the horses. So they were actually the first cowboys as well. But we know there's a lot of firsts that we have accomplished. So my other question is, so you talked about the impact. I think you probably it could have opened you up more for your dreams, your thoughts, possibly your career. Do you pursue a lot as far as Black music and the contributions of Blacks in that area? Is that your major?
Yeah, my major will be music education, so I do kind of like going there, learning, like majoring in that, get a master's degree, and like be a teacher, and yeah.
You were a
So
teacher. Would you want a student like you in your class?
yeah, I would. I would love to do my in my class.
Why is
Because
that?
my class should be entertaining. My class should be involved. My class should be learning. Like I'm not the perfect student. Let's say perfect. I'm not the perfect student, but I would want to have students like me in my class.
And I wasn't saying that, I was kind of being facetious, but I enjoy your spirit, your energy, uh, your challenge on topics when you are in different settings. So I think those are great attributes. So that's kind of why I was asking that. Like, could you taste your own medicine, knowing that, maybe some teachers didn't appreciate your candor or the way that you were. But that's their loss, you know. So I think for a great student, and you're the type of student that I think anybody would want. You're inquisitive, you're asking questions, you're challenging, and that's good because that's how you learn. Um, so going uh, back to Black History, so it's coming up, and it's on teaching Black history. Can you tell me, in your secondary education, which means 9 through 12, what was one of the things that you learned that really stuck with you?
One thing that I learned about Black history that was simple at 9 to 12, Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street is something that I learned about maybe sophomore year. And that's really stuck with me because like racism and racist people are weird to me in the sense that they don't like us and they don't want us to be equal to them. But when we had our own community, starting business, and we were just sitting there minding our business, y'all came and tore that down. So like, what did they want us to do? They want us to sit there and be just impoverished, or like I don't get it sometimes. Like I didn't understand why they wanted to burn down why the office was there. I bothered all black people in their one area. Like learning about black places, or learning about places in general that used to be owned by blacks or blacks living there. Like Central Park used to be a black area, and then they got rid of it and made Central Park. Yeah, Black Wall Street is something that just always sticks to me because it just doesn't make sense to me. It's weird, but yeah, that's one of the yeah.
Referring to Central Park in New York?
Yeah, Central Park in New York, but Black Wall Street was in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Right, right. And then also, oh gosh, so many different areas. I can't think of the resort now in South Carolina that was predominantly, um, oh my gosh, not Myrtle Beach. I can't think of the name right now. I probably have to tell you offline because I just can't think. But slaves had inhabited that for years, and then when it was recognized that oh, this is good, you know, good land, let's make it a resort. So then it became a resort, and they pretty much moved all the blacks who had been there for generations out of that space, and then they couldn't afford the high rent. So that's the other issue that comes up. Yeah, there's a documentary on Greenwood, which we referred to in Oklahoma, and the whole issue with Wall Street and everything people. And I think as a result of that, I think blacks have been afraid to do anything similar since. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely have the numbers, we have the ability to congregate centrally in an area and to be prosperous, you know, with the different businesses that I think that there's always been a fear because of Black Wall Street, because of Greenwood, that we've not done that. So in education, what would be your suggestion or recommendation for schools, for you know, how should they approach you know, teaching Black history? What's your thoughts on that?
Okay, how to approach it, right? So I think that when teaching history in general, the truth needs to be taught, and like who did what needs to be taught. If something was invented by an African American man, that needs to be stated. If he has some type of, or he or she, if any African American man or woman has some type of impact, they need to be had a significant impact. They need to be brought up, but not even just them. Like um, Hispanic people who have done stuff in history that they're kind of like pushed to the side. I feel like history needs to include everyone and needs to include everything. We shouldn't just be learning about the same stuff that we've been learning about forever. It needs to be all inclusive. Everyone needs to be involved. We needs to hear about everything. And we can't leave any parts out. We need to stop leaving parts out. Tell the truth as what it is. tell history what it is.
Did you, were there some falsehoods that you ran into? Um, Give me an example where you're saying, did you say you're going to tell history to tell the truth? Was there something you were taught and then found out later that was maybe not the truth?
Yeah, there's a couple things. You know, there's the one thing that everybody's taught, that everybody's found out is true, that Christopher Columbus, came to America. When he didn't come to America, he realized somewhere in the Greek Sea. So he didn't come to America first. That's one of the things that everyone thought that's not true at all.
Did you ever learn? Okay. Did you ever learn or hear about the Middle Passage? Are you familiar with that?
The Middle Passage, the way the ships travel from Africa to America, is that what you're referring to?
Sister Purnell, Deacon Walker.
Yeah, but then all the slaves.
I'm doing just fine. How are you doing?
We died at sea.
Okay, we moved up to meeting. We're going to have a conference call this evening at 7 o'clock, and I'm going to send you the information by email.
Like history that needs.
I sent you a text. If you check your phone, you should have a text. We're using Sister Cage's conference line.
Black and African American. Have you?
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get ready to send the email. Probably about 20 minutes waiting for this show to go off, and then I'll get it to you. So between 5:30 and 6 o'clock, you should get the email. If you don't get it by 6 o'clock, give me a call back.
And I prefer black because
Thanks.
I'm not intended to Africa. Sorry. I don't know where I came from Africa. I don't even know if I came from Africa. I could have came from Jamaica. I could be Jamaican American or something the same. Because when they pulled slaves, they didn't just pull them from Africa. They just pulled them from anywhere where they had dark skin color, and they brought them here. So that's why I don't think. That's why I think like for blacks or people with darker skin who have grown up here, they should grown up in America and they don't know what tribe they're from. They don't know what part of Africa they're from. They should be considered black. I do have a friend. She's from Mozambique, so I would consider her African American because she knows she's from Mozambique. She's been to Mozambique. She knows like her family tree and whatnot. She's actually African American. She lives in an African household. Like
I get it. Okay. And have you participated in any protests or marches, Black Lives Matter?
Yeah, I've been down there a couple times to the plaza, to downtown. It's an interesting experience.
And what?
It doesn't go how you would expect. Usually you would expect we're protesting, we're walking around, we're chanting, and then someone from our side would get rowdy with the police, and the police would get rowdy with the police. At the protest, or at the ones at the plaza, it was the complete opposite. We'd be standing there, chanting, whatever, giving our testimonies, people doing that, and the police would always strike first, which I thought was really weird. Like, how are the people in riot gear attacking us first? It just doesn't make sense. I remember I went from the plaza to downtown. We were gonna go. I actually don't even remember where we were headed to, but I know that the police jumped in front of us at some time. We were approaching Crown Center. We were just walking down, and before we even got down there to them, I say we were about maybe 100, 150 feet away from them. There's one guy walking up the sidewalk, shaking the face can already, or the tear gas can ready to throw it at us before we even got close to it. So by the time we're there, they're already throwing things at us before we even get to before we even give them a reason to, They're just really aggressive.
Yeah, was that a mixed crowd?
It was a mixed crowd. It was a really mixed crowd. You could find a little bit of everybody there. But the one thing I didn't like was that after a couple days, the first day was strong, the second day was strong, but on day 5, day 6, you really start to realize there are more everybody else out here than us. Like I started seeing more white people, more Hispanic people than I started seeing black people. And I was concerned.
You think that was possible?
Um, they just didn't feel like coming out learning more. They didn't feel like getting tear gas. You know, you can only get tear gas so you where it's like, but I'm done. I'm done letting y'all throw something. I'm done letting y'all harass me.
Now,
And I think,
I contributed it to social networks. So a network is, as you know, like you got your network of people who you know, people who you get in contact with, people who you're connected with. And when I went out that first Friday of the first uh, gathering at the plaza, it was what 80% white, and it was because of their social media networks and connections where they were able to reach each other. Like, okay, we're going to be here, we're going to be here at this time. So as I was there and other blacks around me who were there, they were like on their cell phones calling their friends like, you got to get down here. Well, they didn't get the word, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not in that network. And so to me, that was definitely a big indication of, you know, social media and how not divisive it is, but, you know, like I said, people have their networks. I know the guest I had 2 weeks ago, Dr. Lewis, who's out in Lawrence Public Schools. They had a Black Lives Matter march, and most of the students out there are white. And when I did the research before the show, they've had a lot of protests, they've had a lot of sit-ins. That was not their first rodeo, you know, in that area. So then I started thinking about HCPS and other urban school districts, and it just validates what me and my friends have been saying for some time, is that this generation is just passive and they don't want to be engaged. Do they not know? You know, what is, you know, how would you respond to that? Because you know, it's just interesting how, like you're saying, they were there and were out fighting for their rights and their actions.
uh, well, I will say when it comes to students, especially at my school, they're they're not ready to face the consequences of protest. And what that means is, Central's kind of strict with their rules. You know, there are a lot of things you can and can't do. And once they say you can't do it, that's it. That's all. You know, there's nothing to do it. That's just how Central is. And a lot of the students are like, well, this sucks. This is horrible. Why do we have to do this, and the other? But when we come up with ideas to protest it, they don't want to participate because they don't want to be a part of the repercussions of what's going to happen to the people who protest it. So I don't want to say it's fear. Well, it could be fear. It's like a mixture of fear and like knowing what's going to happen if they do. It's like, I'm not going to say they're scared of the principals up there because they're not. You know, our principals are good people. They're very interactive with the students. They're just very strict with their rules, and the students are scared to, not scared, but they just don't want to. They'll I can't really say.
But it's not just there. I mean, it's several schools that are like that. And I think that's why you have what you had, because there is a level of passivity where they're going to get engaged and they are, you know, I guess afraid, if you will. I've done protests my whole life, and so, you know, that's how I organized the whole Trayvon Martin. I mean, I had buttons, I had everything. Save Our Sons, SOS. I had posters, so I had rallied all these people down at the as well. You know, I was in college and I went to an HBCU, and we did a sit-in on the streets in front of the administrative building because they were not listening to us. So I think at some level, this generation they got to find some courage. You know, you have to just go out there and do it. Yeah, everyone has taken note that the majority of the kids at the protest are, and these are young ones. Kids, these aren't like older adults. You've got a range, and you know, our kids don't seem to it's like, are they not interested? Are they tired? So those are some of the questions people have been asking.
Yeah, that I won't say they're not interested. I think they're very interested. They just don't go out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, because I encourage kids. There was a couple of like blatant issues that I saw, and I was encouraging them. I was like, y'all need to go to a board meeting. Y'all, you show the numbers. Go to a board meeting and let them know that this is not acceptable. And they looked at me like, yeah, we probably could, but yeah, we're not going to. And I was just like, okay, well, then stop complaining. If you're not going to do anything about it, then you can't complain. And so that's just kind of where, my generation came from. We got tired of complaining. It's like, no, we're going to do something about this. What do you think about that? Do you think your generation will eventually?
Yeah. Eventually they're going to realize that until they do something about it, you're claiming these nothing. Until you do something about it together in numbers, they're going to start changing and doing things different because they're realizing that they can't do that to you. But it has to be in numbers, and it has to be strong. It has to be, yeah. But I don't know when they're going to realize that. Hopefully it's sometime soon because we need it.
Yeah, and that's definitely true. We definitely need you guys to be woke, be read, and be activated to help make the community better. So we're winding down time here, Mr. Bates. I appreciate you coming out today. I want to give you an opportunity to give some final thoughts, some final words.
I was happy to be here and talk to you about this. I was thinking since like March. But yeah, I was happy to see you talk about such a first topic and what we can do to fix it, what my generation can do to fix it, what I'm doing to fix it.
Okay. And I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming on. And so I think this is going to wrap up another session. You had a lot of good input, a lot of, and I think what you said was representative of your age. I think it's representative of how students are thinking and feeling. So the challenge then would be for you all to, get together and say, hey, we're going to do something. We can, let other people. I mean, that's just so. I don't say historic, but it's just going to follow the same pattern of we're waiting for somebody else to save us, and we want that. So you guys know what's best for you, but if your voice is not out there, nobody's going to know what you want. So that would be the challenge for you and your friends and circle. And people act differently on college campuses, so you might find some like minds there who are ready to,
hopefully,
be active. Yeah, hopefully, yeah, we'll see. But all right, well that concludes another show. This is World. My name is Ina McGinley, Executive Director of Urban Tech. And I thank you again, Mr. Logan Bates, headed to UAPB. When are you going down?
August 2nd?
August 2nd.
I'm pretty sure it's August 2nd. We said we were going this year.
Oh, yeah. You got relatives down there?
No. I don't know anyone that would.
Good for you. That's what's up. You got to spread them wings. You know what I'm saying? Carpe diem. That's what I texted out to my students this morning. You're familiar with that phrase? Carpe diem?
No. I want to say yes, but no.
Seize the day. What's that? Yeah, seize the day. So again, this concludes another episode of DigiSystem and DigiWorld, and we will be back next week, 5 o'clock on Thursday, another topic. Not sure what, not sure who, but I will be here. And please join me. I look forward to seeing you. Have a good evening. Bye-bye, Logan.
Bye, Miss Morgan.
Hey, Mr. Walker.
Yeah, that's a wrap. It did.
Wrap, yeah. He was supposed to get a couple more students for me. I was kind of.
Oh, I was checking that out with you.
I
And
know,
so,
but he knows, he really knows a lot of people, so I don't know what was up there. I tried to reach out to two that I know, but they both were at work, so.
all right. Well, it was good. I'm gonna give you a call to.
All right, then y'all got power?
Yeah, we got power. All right, they're gonna cut us off. Talk to you later.
All right. Like you said, yeah, the people who are. You are listening to KUAW, Kansas City.